Welcome to Module 3 in this course, Making Housing Markets Work in African Cities, Understanding the Role and Opportunity of Finance. This module focuses on how housing impacts on economies. By the end of the module, you will be able to describe the complex relationships between housing and the economy and understand how these impacts are measured and framed in the housing economic value chain. You'll be able to describe factors affecting the housing economic value chain and to identify the types of data required to calculate that value chain in a particular context. And finally, you'll understand construction cost benchmarking as an analytical tool. In addition, you will be introduced to CAF's Housing Construction Costs Benchmarking Dashboard. I'm pleased to introduce our expert speakers in this module. David Gardner is a development specialist with over 25 years' experience as a consultant across Africa. He provides 2 inputs in this module. In the first input, David will outline 10 impacts that housing has on economies. Then, in his second input, David will link these 10 impacts to the theory of the housing economic value chain, which is presented in a separate video by Keith Lockwood. Keith Lockwood is an economist with wide experience in researching housing economic value chains in several African countries. Keith will demonstrate how the many housing activities in an economy can be represented statistically in a housing economic value chain. Yakis Pinar is a quantity surveyor who has practiced, taught, and undertaken research internationally in property construction, development, costing, and strategy. In this module, he discusses housing construction cost benchmarking and how to understand the costs that together contribute to the ultimate price of a house. Williams Bella is the managing director of Property KRO, a real estate services and development company based in Abidjan, and a member of the African Union for Housing Finance. Williams will discuss how the national economy is impacted upon by housing, with a focus on the economy of Côte d'Ivoire. Alison Changana is the head of research and market intelligence at CAF, and she will demonstrate the CAF benchmarking housing construction costs dashboard. This dashboard allows you to think about what goes into the cost of a typical house in Africa. She'll show you how to use the dashboard to see the underlying cost differences from one country to another and how these impact on housing price.